Good morning. Okay, so let me show you what we have. So the Native Americans used to ride their horses with just a piece of leather in the mouth. And they even have some bits nowadays that are made to be used that way. They literally use no headstall. It's just a leather mouthpiece that's soft that just buckles around the chin to keep it in the bars of the mouth. It's not tight. It's still soft in their mouth, but because it's leather, it is soft. When it gets wet, it becomes sort of like their own body. And some horses really can respond well to it. It's not anything most of the world is aware of, or that anybody in the show industry, or certainly anyone would go fox hunting in, because it's just like kind of so out there for our kind of, in terms of our world. However, since this little booger is so hard, he can be mentally controlled, you know, he can be very respectful. He can just stand there and ask and he'll be good and flag, be respectful. But if his anxiety builds enough, or if there's enough of an excuse going on outside that makes him want to just go for it, he knows he's strong enough to do it. He can do it. He can do it. We can't stop it. He can do it. I don't think there's anyone humanly possible to stop him. And you'd have to have like some serious, you know, like marine line, you know, attached to a big post to stop him from running off, which could eventually hurt him, or, you know, to prevent him from breaking ropes and stuff, or hurt people that way. That's hard when you're doing things that way, because again, force, we need him like with us mentally. And we're still going to use control today, but it's not going to be like mean, forceful control. It's not going to be control that creates anxiety or fear. It's not going to be control that even creates pain. It's just control that he has to respond. You're a goober. He has to respond to, because he really has no choice because of where it's situated. And because it doesn't hurt, he doesn't really want to not follow it. So this is what we have here. It's a leather strap, and only the leather here goes in his mouth. You can see where it's been in his mouth because he's been able to eat some hay and have treats and stuff when it's on. And it buckles around his jaw softly here, and it just buckles like that. It doesn't stick out. I mean, I made it homemade. However, it's got like a ring here down below. This ring does not go in his mouth. You're such a goober. This does not go in his mouth. This is just like the ring under the halter right here. In fact, there's space between his chin and this ring. So it's not causing any kind of pain, pressure, or anything like that. It's just a spot to attach this lead rope. If I was to attach the lead rope directly to this leather strap, it would be more awkward, and it would give it an opportunity to slide wherever and let this metal get in his mouth. It's fastened here tightly to the strap in a situation, in a space that allows only this part to be in his mouth and the buckle to always be outside his mouth, down low on his outside chin. So it's not going to ever come in here and be painful or cut him or hurt him and whatnot. A much professional, more version could be made of this. This was just what I fastened together out of, I believe this was a drop nose band or flash. I think this was a flash from a dressage brat. And this was an extra ring I had from a building project, and I had some nice, strong rawhide for saddle repairs, like when I'm changing out girths and stuff, and I've got to He's really a great horse. He really is. He really likes people and wants to do, like, be a good boy. He just gets the wrong ideas sometimes. Anyway, let me show you how it goes in his mouth. So, stop. All right, so I'm just going to put my thumb in the corner of his mouth, just like I would put a bit in. And I'm going to slide the leather piece in. And then I'm going to slide it and buckle it so that it's in his mouth. You can see the buckle is well to the side here, especially when this is centered. Okay, it's well to the side, right? And I can, well to the side, not from the corner of the mouth. And you can see I can get 2 fingers in here. So he's got, I don't know if it's hard to see, but yeah, don't look in there. See the space between it and his jaw there? I don't know if it's hard to see. Anyway, it's not tight on his face at all, you know. And he can still eat and drink and all that, so I'm going to show you how he can still eat with it in. Here, buddy. He likes these treats. And again, this should be like, have a keeper to hold it down, but it does not right now. This was just a quickie to get started with. All right. I do still have a rope halter on him because that's what I'm going to lead him with. The other device here is just my emergency brake. So I'm going to snap a lead rope to it. All right. And I'm going to carry it in my hand, but I'm going to lead him by this one. All right. The pink one is in the hand with the phone right now. Sorry, it's awkward. And we have a blue barrel in the way because I had it for my filming purposes. Let me kick it out of the way. And there goes my water bottle. Okay. Come on, buddy. So I've got both lead ropes here. All right. And you can see he has it. Now we're actually walking right towards the trailer, but we're not going to get in it right now. We're going to walk past it. Good boy. I've been teaching him to kind of follow behind me and walk and not lead me. It's okay to have a horse that has learned to respectfully walk next to you, especially for like showing purposes, just because you want to walk your horse next to you. But this style of leading is more like what they do in the field with each other. It's herd related, and it establishes me as the leader. Now he's built a little anxiety here and he's trying to out-lead me. Instead of arguing with him, I'm just gonna make another circle away from the trailer. And immediately he's like, oh, okay, I'll follow you. I just wanted to maybe think about having to get excited and maybe not get in the trailer right there. We're gonna come back around. Buddy. Again, you can see the pink rope, which is attached to the leather bit, for lack of a better term, in his mouth, is slack. The blue rope is the one that is shorter and I pull on if I need to. If I pull on it and he doesn't respond, I got the pink one. Now we're just gonna get in. Good boy. Now typically it's in here, when we get out, that's a problem. So I'm not gonna hold him. I'm gonna let him go like that. I did hold the pink line softly when he got in because I was gonna turn around, but he decided to back out, so I decided to go with it. But if he had gone forward, typically if he was gonna bolt, that'd be when you'd do it. So I had the hand on the emergency brake, but I wasn't using it. It's just ready. Now we're gonna come back to it. There you see? See, pink rope is slack. Blue one has slack too, but is the one that's ready to work. Oh, we have a little obstinance right here. We're not going to do that. He tried to take and look the other direction. That's the beginning of going his own way. So now I am going to take hold of the jawline and remind him, excuse me, remind him why he doesn't do that. Now we're just going to let go loose of it again and walk back in the trailer. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Let's turn him around. Yep. And walk straight back out. Good. All right. I'm going to set this up because this is hard to do like this.